Hello adventurers, Dennis Spielman here, and today I'm going to show you, yes you of all people, how to put on your spare tire for emergencies, because let's face it, sometimes roadside surfaces can take hours to get to you, and if you know how to do it yourself, you can save time and money and get back on the road faster. But first things first, park on a level surface, turn on your hazard lights, and then pull up your parking brake so your car doesn't move. Now that you've done that, let's go ahead and put on the spare. It's also helpful if you take your key out from your ignition. You don't want to add insult to injury by locking yourself out of your car. Like, I have never ever done that before. Of course, to put on the spare tire, we're going to have to take off the tire first. To do that, we're going to use our socket wrench to remove the wheel nuts. Hopefully this can be easy. Sometimes this can be hard. I'm going to show you a trick though if it's really difficult. So again, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey applies to this. Sometimes this can be really tough to do, so just angle it in a way where you can step on it and apply some weight and get it loose. Hey, we got it loose. That's one down. Now to get the rest. As you can see, I had to use a lot of pressure to get these loosened. We don't want to take them off completely. We want to do that with the jack on. But as you saw, that was pretty difficult. I had to stand on and use my weight to break those nuts loose. So that's why you want to make sure your car's in park with the parking brake on, so that way you can do that easily. Because if you have the jack on and you have this tire up and you're trying to do that, no, that's just a bad idea. So that's why you do this first, before you jack it up. So now we're ready for the jack. So I'm gonna switch gears for a moment, or switch camera angles as we get underneath the car to find this pinch weld that we're looking for, which is this metal piece right here. You wanna put the jack, make sure the jack will go in right between here, right where it pinches, on the metal, not on the plastic. Don't do it on the plastic, you'll jack up your car in the wrong way. Not the way you want to jack up your car. We want to put it on the metal to jack up your car. Now, of course, every jack is going to be different. This is the type of jack that came with my car. So I'm just going to kind of turn this to get it started, just to make this a little bit faster. Now we want to just get this jack into place with that pinch weld. If you have any debris, you may want to clear it off. I'm just kind of getting this hand tight for the moment. All right, now that I've got the jack in place, we're gonna crank it up. Now every jack is different, but with mine, I can take this hook and then using kind of that screw area, I can hook it into here. It's hard to do in one-handed. And then just kind of have a nice crank to turn up and raise up my car. Raise the vehicle so an inflated tire will just clear the surface. Now that you've raised the wheel up high enough, let's go ahead and take out the nuts. Now that we've taken these wheel nuts off, put them somewhere safe like a pocket or in a cup holder so you don't lose them, because you're gonna need these. Now all we have to do is take off the tire. There we go, not too bad. Push this to the side. You may want to put that in your trunk or your back seat when you're done with it. And then we're going to take the spare tire. Again, we want to make sure this has air. And we're going to line this up. I have 4 bolts right there. We're going to line those up to those holes. Pretty easy. Oh. All right. Now we're going to take these nuts, and I'm going to just kind of barely put them on here. I'm not going to spin them that much. Just to kind of hold it up a little bit. Now here's for the really important tip. When we tighten these up, we want to do it in a crisscross pattern. So it'll be that way, that way, that way, that way, as we tighten them up. I'm going to tighten them up by hand while using my other hand to make sure this is flush. Okay, flush, crisscross, hand tight. Then use a wrench to get them nice and tight. Again, you know, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so we're going to be turning this clockwise to tighten them up. Little by little. When you finally lower the car back down, you'll want to tighten these bolts again so you can get them extra tight. There you go. And now you just put on your spare tire. That didn't take too long. The rest is pretty easy. Now we're just gonna lower the jack down using this tool. As I just showed you, putting on a spare tire isn't that time consuming nor difficult. However, before I go, I want to leave you with a couple quick tips on driving with that spare tire. Now, again, every spare tire is different. As you just could see with mine, it's a different size, different shape. So your car may drive differently with a spare tire on. So go slow, be careful, keep your hazard lights on. Also, depending on your spare tire, there may be a warning label on it saying, do not drive past 50 miles an hour. Do not drive past 50 miles an hour. Again, take it easy, take it slow, be careful, and arrive to your destination safely. Anyway, that's it. That's how you put on a spare tire. I just want to say thank you for watching and happy adventures.